Hey y'all, how you perking? I hope you're perking good. So, James Charles, there is apparently some kind of a situation being talked about revolving around James Charles and a teenage TikToker who I will not name in this because they are under 18, so I will consider them a child and not name them. People have asked me to do a video on this, and so I figured yes and no on that. I don't think that it is entirely appropriate for me to make a video to look into who's lying, him, James Charles, or the teenage TikToker, who's telling the truth about the allegations and accusations, because we're talking about something that potentially could be, criminal in nature. Certainly it is sensitive sexual information, and I think that even if I could look into the cards about it, because I have used the cards before for things that get legal or litigious or anything like that. I have used the cards before for those kinds of things. At the same time, as it relates to this kind of topic with these people, I know that if I were to look into who's telling the truth versus who's lying and whatever, and what really happened, that the reading would get weaponized. Even if I ask politely and sincerely for people to not weaponize the reading, I could just tell that the reading would get weaponized. And people would take that information and run with it, and I don't want to put myself in that kind of a situation and put anybody else in that kind of a situation. I think that is a bit irresponsible, so I don't want to do that. So instead, what I figured we would take a look at is, instead of what allegedly may have happened, instead we would look into where do we go from here, kind of a thing. Where do we go from here? Moving forward moving stuff, right? So that way, yes, I am responding to all of you who are asking about doing a reading on this. And yes, I am also sticking to my own kind of boundaries of what I feel like would be appropriate or inappropriate for me to touch on. Okay, gotcha? Yes, good. Woo! Okay. Awesome. In that case, y'all know the deal. I am a licensed mental health clinician as well as a spiritual intuitive, and in these videos we do take a look at the tea using the tarot. These videos are always meant to be what? Helpful, never hateful, right? So, videos are meant to be helpful, not hateful. And if you're down with that, please join the family here. I'd love to have you. And why don't we just go ahead and move this old microphone, new microphone, right here. Yes. So, let's go ahead and get shuffled up, why don't we? Boom, shuffled up. And as we're shuffling, as usual, I would like to call all of your attention over here to where it says all alleged, because guess what? This is all alleged. That's why. That's why this is all alleged. So I would like to bring your attention to that and just say this is all alleged. Alrighty. So, here we go. In terms of moving forward in this here situation going on, James Charles, TikTok teenage guy, moving forward, what do we see? Okay. Wasn't expecting that card to be there, but, you know, I mean, I guess it... Okay. Let me go ahead and get some clarifiers here, because what do we need? Y'all say it! Context! We need context. Yes. Let's get some context. Let me slap a little context on all of these. Every one of them. You get a context. You get a context. You get a context too. We're all winners here. Y'all, my day. It hasn't been a hard day. It's been a bit of a long day, but it hasn't been a bad day. I'm just, you know, crazier than my usual. And I use the word crazy without meaning. You know, I'm not. Please, Lord, allow us to say things with personality without taking it to mean something that I don't mean it to mean. You know. You know. Alrighty here. So, in terms of moving forward, this card here is talking about ending the conflict, and this card right here is talking about the truth coming out. So that's a very good way to start this about moving forward, that some of these conflicting things would be trickling down to an end some sort of way, and that the truth would be able to come out. That's good. What maybe isn't so good is when we move forward and we see these two things, right, y'all? So, with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse, that's a bit of a bad luck card, not gonna lie. A little bit of things that happened that, you know, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's a big deal thing that's happened, I guess you could say. A big deal thing that's happened, and it's not a good thing, is kind of what this is talking about. And I'm not speaking to the accusations, I'm speaking to the situation in general. With the World card in reverse, it says that this isn't over. So more things are meant to happen along this process for it to get to a better point. With the Three of Pentacles in reverse and the Ten of Swords on top of it, that makes me feel some kind of way, because the Three of Pentacles in reverse is kind of talking about having some sort of I don't know, relationships, collaborations, partnerships, some kind of thing dealing with people that isn't working out well or doesn't work out well, and then somebody ends up kind of screwed over as a result. Because the Ten of Swords upright is a painful ending of sorts. It's a painful ending, and sometimes it's a painful ending where somebody or both people feel betrayed or screwed over. So, not too keen on seeing that card. Let me pull a little bit more on that. Not funny, not funny. To get the Lovers card, in reverse on top of this, so that's about, again, the Lovers card could be about people who liked each other at some point and don't anymore. It could be about people who, you know, had some sort of agreement and that agreement gets broken some kind of way. Things like that is what you usually see that card in reverse. Dang! So soon in this? So soon? We're only 9 minutes in. And we get the Justice card in reverse. So again, I'm not going to cover everything all the allegations that have gone on in this and accusations like I mentioned at the beginning. There are other videos where people touch on this. You can watch their videos. I haven't really dived into all those videos, but I have seen some cropped up. What I'm seeing here, the Justice card in reverse talks about things going on that do get legal involved, and that it doesn't necessarily go well per se. Let me get some context on that. Okay. God bless it. Okay. All right. There's just more there's more things I'm seeing. Okay. So as things getting legal, then the Hangman upright talking about kind of coming into acceptance, letting things go, maybe having some delays around some things. Here we have a Queen of Swords card talking about an attorney card. So somebody has an attorney card. Somebody has an attorney card. I have the attorney card. Somebody has already enlisted the assistance of an attorney. Somebody already has somebody that they're speaking with to look into the situation behind the scenes. And technically, if there are allegations that could possibly be criminal in nature, honestly, that's where it should be handled, between attorneys and the legal system. Not necessarily publicly. I'm not shaming anybody for making this public, by all means. I'm trying to steer away from shame, blame, and guilt up in this video, but I'm just letting you know that we're getting really used to litigating things in the court of social media, and it hasn't been working out well for all of us, has it? So time to let the experts handle it, right? And it looks like that's kind of what would be going on. The thing I'm seeing here, though, the Eight of Wands in reverse, receipts. There are... Okay, hold on. Eight of Wands in receipts, but then we get the Hermit card of Bright, and Eight of Pentacles in reverse, Four of Pentacles upright. So with that, it's like with the receipts, there's two things that come up with that then here. One, there are some receipts that are not going to look good for both of them. There are, because I'm getting it in reverse with these cards to follow. So if I'm getting this in reverse with these cards to follow, it looks like there are some things, some receipts that can be shown that would make James Charles not look very good. And there are some receipts that could be shown, allegedly, again, allegedly. Here, how do I point from over here? Like that? Oh my God, this is so weird because it's backwards. But there are some things that could be shown that would make James Charles not look good. It would make him... it would just make people kind of be like, what? Dude, why didn't you XYZ? And then there are receipts that could be shown that would make teenage TikTok guy not look good as well. So when I'm seeing these things, honestly, this is a situation that could negatively impact both of them. In terms of like career, because this is a career card and I'm seeing up in reverse, it could have the potential to negatively affect both of them in some kind of way. So that is kind of interesting to see here. Let me... do I want to get more on that right now, or do I want to move on with this? Let me move on first, and then we can kind of get back into some of these things. So let me move on first. with the Knight of Pentacles in reverse and the Five of Cups upright on top of it, it's like somebody is kind of disappointed by this and they want to get their ducks in a row to kind of set themselves, you know, like, I want to set the record straight. This is how I set the record straight kind of thing. And I'm not saying somebody necessarily would make a public video or whatever setting the record straight. I don't know. I've heard that the TikTok boy made a video, but then I heard it got taken down, so I did not watch the video on the allegations from the TikTok guy because I heard it was taken down. If that's not true, I don't know. I don't know where to access it. There's that. But I don't get the feeling from this that James Charles intends to make a video or something about it. I don't get that feeling from this. From what I'm seeing so far, I do not get that feeling. But I'm just saying that somebody, perhaps behind the scenes, feels like I gotta get my shit together and kind of get my stuff lined up here for in case type thing, if that makes sense. Star card upright with Seven of Cups upright, and then Nine of Cups in reverse. It's kind of saying, like, I want to move forward with something, but I feel like there's so many different options out there. I'm not really sure what to do. I'm kind of overwhelmed. All I know is this isn't really what I wanted. So to me, it seems like the TikTok guy in this situation, like, regardless of what happens and the true outcome of this situation, that, you know, all alleged, that the TikTok guy would feel like, you know, wow, this isn't how I thought all of this would go. I didn't think that this is how this situation was going to go. I didn't expect it to go this way. I kind of didn't want it to go this way. Maybe it's harsh to use the word like it backfired. That might be harsh of a word to use. I don't know that I want to use that word, but you know what I mean about, like, oh, this isn't how I anticipated this would go. That kind of a thing. I see him kind of feeling that type of way over it. What is that? Okay, hold on a minute here. Where is this taking us? Okay. Okay. This is interesting. So, Six of Wands upright is, in some way, there are some pride issues going on here. In some way, there are some pride issues going on here. Queen of Cups upright. Is there someone who is female or a feminine energy involved in this some kind of way, or that will get involved in this some sort of way, like have something to do, maybe a parent, since this teenage TikTok guy is under the age of 18, maybe a parent or something, like, I don't know. With the Nine of Swords in reverse, this kind of, okay, Nine of Swords in reverse is kind of like stressing out about a situation, feeling kind of paranoid about a situation. The Magician in reverse is because someone is feeling paranoid in this situation, because whoever it is that's feeling paranoid in this situation is worried that somebody is trying to or is going to be manipulative about it, be manipulative behind the scenes some kind of way, and manipulate this into their own favor, and they're paranoid about that kind of messing them up, screwing them over some kind of way. This is a card about children and family. So again, we can kind of use this as we're talking about teenage TikTok dude. And the moon card upright means that there are things here that we aren't going to know necessarily. So there are some things, and what I'm getting, the feeling I'm getting is on both sides because of what I saw up here. It looks like on both sides there are things that are known that they wouldn't want out. Like, so there are some things that I don't think teenage TikTok boy would want us to know about this situation because it would take away some of his credibility possibly. And I think that there are some things that James Charles allegedly wouldn't want us to know because it would start making people consider some of the rhetoric that has been tossed around about him in the past. And he wouldn't want people to start having concerns or wondering if any of that could possibly be true, even in a far-reaching way. Is there any way that some of that could possibly be true? So honestly, I kind of see a mix here with that. Not gonna lie. This part here is interesting because I feel like I need some extra stuff on here. This could go a couple different ways, honestly, where it is right now. So let's see. Okay. 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 There's a lot going on in this. Let me move these up and start doing this one here. Because what? All right. One more card on that. Let me pull. Yeah. So. Okay. I'm trying to think about how to say this with us trying to think forward moving and not thinking about any kind of shame, blame, guilt games here. Because like I said, I didn't want to get into that part of it. So trying to talk about this in ways that don't involve that. And so please, in the comment section, if at all possible, can you try to honor that, you know, and not go into a shame, blame, guilt thing as well towards either TikTok teenager guy or towards James Charles or anybody else for that matter. Thanks. Thanks. Because what I'm seeing here is kind of like I tried to bring something forward, you know, or I'm trying to bring something forward and I feel like, you know, it's not working, it's gonna get shot down, looking out to see what the options are, want to get away from this kind of extreme energy. Devil energy can be extreme, or it can be negativity, or it can be substance use, or it could be, you know, like all of those kind of things. And sometimes it refers to, you know, trying to move away from like negative sexual issues per se, that we're gonna, you know, air quote that. Sometimes it can be talking about that. This is where things get interesting here. How do you even say these things? So we'll pause on this card for a minute. Because, okay, you know what, whatever, we'll just say things, whatever, everything is a legend, and it's what it is, whatever. With this, King of Cups card upright, that card in the past, you know, as it relates to some things around here, and I'm feeling like it relates to this now, sometimes has been kind of a Jeffree Star type card, and I'm seeing him be like, ha, like there, you know, kind of trying to, you know, not saying publicly, but like in his own mind, almost kind of laughing over this situation type of thing. Because the Hierophant upright is talking about, like, commitments, traditional religious thinking, things like that. So some people could see this sometimes as a card to be like, ha, karma, ha, kind of a card. And so somehow, in some way behind the scenes, allegedly, for whatever reason it came up here, it looks like there's something about this situation that is amusing potentially to Jeffree Star. I'm not going to, you know, I'm just putting that out there for just that, just what I said, just that. The Eight of Wands upright, and then here's the James Charles signifier that we get a lot of times. We get his signifier card, and the High Priestess upright, is kind of talking about, you know, looking out on the horizon, trying to prepare for things and plan for things and make sure that you're set. The Empress card upright, being the James Charles signifier card, for whatever reason it came up as that, and then the High Priestess. So considering what to do in a way that is like, you know, true to integrity. So at least from right here, it looks like there are things that James Charles will be trying to do that is keeping with integrity and is not particularly shady or whatever. So that's a good thing. Let me pull this stuff up and reshuffle so we can have more cards to have access to here. And then kind of keep going with this dialogue a bit. So let me see here. Okay. All right, let me see here. God. The first card again, I get the Justice card in reverse. Again. And the World card in reverse again. Okay. I'm gonna pull more on this Justice card in reverse, y'all. There's that Queen of Cups again. Who is that Queen of Cups? Okay, I know y'all can't see all of those that I pulled them up. I'll show you. But with the Justice card in reverse, so once again, we get the Justice card in reverse. We had already gotten that. It came up again. And that talks about legal things going on. And it's, when you get the Justice card in reverse, it does sometimes imply, and again, all of this is alleged, but it does sometimes imply that there are things that, in the eyes of the law, don't look good. So we will put that out there. The Temperance card upright talks about restoring balance in all things, so that if there is any kind of a situation or something that is out of balance, things getting restored. Again, sometimes people can think of that karmically as something, it happens and then there's a balance restored back to it some kind of way. I get that Queen of Cups card again. So again, somebody that is it's either a woman or a male with some sort of a feminine energy in that coming up here once again in this reading, which is curious to me. Somebody that has to make a decision, and this is something that isn't what they wanted, and they've got to make sure that they get everything together. So who is that woman or guy with potential feminine qualities about them? Who is that person that keeps coming up as it relates to the legal stuff? So that's interesting. Let me keep pulling on this a minute. Forward movement, but laying low to focus on career. And that Emperor again. Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, see, here we go again. It seems like just like last time, the legal stuff ends in a painful way where somebody feels like they got the shit end of the stick, like screwed over some kind of way. Because here's the backstabbing card again. And it all comes off of the Justice card in reverse, just like earlier. So it's like in this process, there are people then that get involved, probably behind the scenes. And from some of these cards, it's looking like probably parents involved. That's what I keep being like, who is that person? And it looks like probably parents involved or a parent. I don't know. But like, and then I see things in a painful way that's not, that people could consider a backstabbing in some way. Somebody separating themselves from the situation. Yeah, again, more separating, leaving. Judgment. Losing money. A disruption in home, family, and career. Disruption emotionally, like emotional upset. Effort and futility? What is this? Death card. Something needing to end and transform and change into something new. Yeah. Feeling totally shaken up and insecure by the entire ordeal. Moon card again upright. So again, there's something about this people aren't saying. So like I literally get so sick of that stupid phrase of there's their side and then there's the truth. Like I really get tired of hearing that. I do, and people say that a lot, but it's like, that is a for real thing right here. Honestly, that's actually a for real thing right here. Because this has come up again. There are things that are kind of being hidden on both sides that wouldn't necessarily look good. So, and with some of the other cards I've seen, again, not doing a shame, blame, and guilt thing, not saying anything about the accusations or the allegations themselves, but just speaking on like what's coming up in the cards in terms of personal character for both teenage TikTok boy and James Charles. It seems, just from what I've seen in the cards, allegedly, that the things that maybe don't look so great on James Charles's side that's kind of getting suppressed out here from what I've seen again in these little cards is that he may have allegedly poor judgment as it relates to the things he says or does with people, that he may have poor judgment in terms of who he's attracted to, poor judgment in terms of how he vets people to make sure this is a good person to try to pursue. You know, like there are some things that he has a proclivity to do allegedly from in here that looks like, you know, dude, you could do better. Like, for real, you need to kind of shape it up a little bit better, kind of thing. At the same time, from some of the cards that we've seen in here too, talking about these hidden secrets, it seems like TikTok boy, where's my card? It seems like TikTok boy, whether he's telling the truth or lying in his accusations, doesn't matter to this part. There is something involved with money and success with him. There is an aspect of the whole thinking about money and success that does make a difference to him. Whether he's telling the truth or lying about these accusations, that is a component I am seeing in here that he probably isn't telling people, that there is, you know, some ulterior focuses as well in this. Again, not with the shame, blame, guilt thing, just saying specifically character-wise some of the things that's coming up in the cards. In terms of the world card being in reverse, remember this is the it's not over card. So, yep, problem in something related to career, in a shitty situation. The Three of Pentacles card in reverse, again, making me feel like there's some extra, like there's some extra voices in the room that make things worse, or like get in the way, or are like could cause problems. Hangman upright, High Priestess upright, Queen of Wands upright. There we get that damn Devil card in reverse again. Yeah, again, we're getting these things again. So again, Hangman in reverse, talking about having to kind of accept something and let go of something. High Priestess upright, trying to come at things with some sort of, you know, responsibility or honesty or integrity whatsoever. Queen of Wands energy with confidence, but then we get again with this Devil card in reverse and Magician card in reverse that there's something about trying to kind of pull away from a negative energy as it revolves around this sexual stuff that keeps coming up, but worrying that somebody is going to be able to manipulate the conversation and be able to manipulate the conversation and get somewhere with that. There's a clear and present worry about that. Shoot. Oh God, that flew out, so now I don't know. Upright or reverse. Okay, sideways, upright or reverse. Upright, and it looked like it came upright a while ago. So the Tower card upright. This is a card that ranges from just talking about, hey, this is dramatic, this is another drama, to like, no, this is kind of bigger than just another drama. Like, this is something that's kind of serious and can actually make some impacts in people's lives. And that is the concern here. Like, as we're talking about trying to move away from this devil energy of negativity as it relates to sexual issues, worrying that somebody is going to be able to manipulate the narrative and into a certain direction, and that would cause some major disruption in somebody's lives, like could potentially screw with someone's livelihood, or could potentially blemish somebody's name, like that it's something dramatic enough that could actually have those kind of impacts for somebody. There are some concerns of that here, some possibilities of that here as it relates to James Charles, because those are those things as it relates to James Charles. Bad luck card, trying to move from a bad space to a better space, but not being able to. Attorneys, again. Feeling like you're beaten down and you can't get back up again. Something about other relationship issues. It's almost like someone somewhere, I'm not going to even label who, whatever, I'll leave that open-ended, but it's almost like someone somewhere is kind of hoping that this will start a chain reaction type thing, to have more people come out and say similar stuff or whatever, allegedly. Kind of like there's some hope about that to show some issues with relationships. Somebody is going to want an apology. Somebody's going to want an apology. Got more attorneys in the mix. Something again with pride. Pride getting in someone's way, making someone feel like they have to protect themselves, defend themselves, fight for what they believe in because of their pride getting in the way. Moving forward. Here we get that stupid ass Hierophant again with this. Sorry, I'm laughing. I know this is not a good time to laugh, but like as I looked at this, like I'm serious. The phrase that popped through my head is "God don't like ugly." Like why? That's gonna be funny if that comes out some kind of way, like to actually signify something or stand for something or mean something. That's gonna be interesting. But this is someone that's kind of like laying down the law. Like, okay, listen here. This is what it is. This is what it is. It is like a God figure laying down the law, saying this is what it is. There's issues in relationship stuff, and it's about control, and it's okay. So again, I don't want to drift into the accusatory kind of thing. So I'll just, without saying this, because this is a card that sometimes represents people who are under the age of 18. So again, I will just say, without doing anything into shame, blame, guilt, remember when I talked about this pile, saying that this is talking about hidden information, not meant to come out, and that there are things that don't look very good on either side, So again, with that whole this side of the truth crap, there's that aspect of that, and I just will leave that bit there because I know that y'all want me to read more into this and give more of those details. Trust me, I know that, and part of me would like to do that for you, but then the other part of me knows that I can't risk saying things that could make this reading get weaponized against people. Like, for people to use the reading and weaponize it against people. I can't risk that. So I have to stay out of that. And I ask that you respect that and understand that I'm doing the best I can with this reading to give you as much information as I'm able without crossing those lines, and just have a little bit of empathy for how hard that might be for me to play that balance, because that is not an easy balance for me to strike right now. I'm being honest. It's not. Okay. Hermit card, talking about getting a little bit of hush-hush about something. Seven of Swords is talking about a card, somebody here feeling like, I'm not sure I have what it takes to do something. Like, I'm just the little guy. Do I even have what it takes? I don't even know. Ten of Wands is like, I'm sitting here trying to do something, but it doesn't work out the way that I wanted it to work out. It didn't go exactly how I wanted it to go. So again, see, didn't want it to work, doesn't work out the way I want it to go. Anxiety card. Anxiety and even sometimes paranoia card. Here we go with that child and family type card again. Ending the conflict with some kind of receipts. So this whole situation can get ended if the proper receipts come forward. But what it looks like is, if all the proper receipts are able to come forward, yes, it could end this. And at the same time, even when it would end this, it would end it in a somewhat painful way that kind of seems like it screws over someone. And it wouldn't kind of, in some way, have negative impacts for both parties involved, because of the things that we've talked about here, is what I'm seeing. But twice now we have seen this Justice card, and we have seen lawyers, and so it's like there are things actually legally in the works with this. If not now, if not yet, then there will be stuff actually legally in the works. And again, with legal stuff, things may happen behind the scenes, which, kind of as it should. If there's something like criminal and sexually sensitive like this, and there are allegations and accusations made in that vein, it should be handled, behind the scenes with the appropriate professionals to deal with that. So I don't even think that that's a bad thing. It's only bad in the aspect that we may or may not know the full extent of things, because we may or may not be privy to hearing about the full extent of things. But when I get that Justice card in reverse, there's something there that is actually worth looking at legally, and there's some legal stuff here that is actually there's involved. There's something legally. Now, I will say, to be fair, when I get the Justice card in reverse, sometimes that can also mean that what's going on legally is not fair. So I will throw that out there too, to cover all bases, to be fair to the topic at hand, because like I said, I'm trying to be fair to the topic and not have any kind of, shame, blame, guilt, accusations, allegations towards either one side. And so if I'm going to be fair in that aspect, I will say that though the Justice card in reverse can mean illegal stuff going on, it also can mean legally, going into something legal in a way that's not fair. So I will say both things because I think that it warrants that. But anyway, okay. So, I've been going for too long now. Been talking a long time. A lot of stuff has come up here. I don't know that I really want to go too much further with this because it's really difficult to go too far into this without crossing those lines. I keep hitting this stupid microphone. I'm sorry for saying you're stupid. I actually love you. Let me pet you. Let me give you pets. Thank you. Thank you for being a good microphone. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go collect the rest of where my brain is, you know. But I feel like it's best to kind of end it here in terms of this being a very sensitive topic and me being respectful of that sensitivity. This is me trying to give you as much information as I can and possibly even speaking between the lines without saying things that are negatively impactful. Please do not weaponize this reading. Please do not pass any shame, blame, or guilt along. And also, if anybody would like a private reading with me, if you want to book a private reading, please look in the description box below and you will see my link to my calendar so that you can schedule a reading by yourself. And all the questions that you might have would be answered either in the description box or once you click the link and start reading about the options available. There you go as well. And remember that this was all a legend. Yes. Okay. So please keep it cool in the comments. Please. And don't be a stranger. Come back and see me here. Subscribe if you haven't already. As my puppy dog hacks up along on the floor. Hello, Izzy. Would you like to be with me to tell them bye? Come here. Come here. Yeah. All right. Tell them don't be a stranger. Come back and see me. Yeah, don't be a stranger. Come back and see me. I'll talk at you later. Bye. Bye, y'all. Love you, mean it. Love you, mean it.